Welcome back. Well, we promised you about Ajanta Pharma, so let's get to that. Ajanta Pharma is in fact gaining following what was a small stake sale by promoters and has been well absorbed. Vivek Iyer has been tracking this story. In fact, he broke it. He joins in to give us more details. Vivek.
Well, that's right. Actually, Ajanta Pharma is the stock in focus. Prior to today's trading session, we had indicated that a large block deal of almost 4.56% stake was likely to change hands, and we had indicated that it was going to be two promoter entities that were likely to sell shares. Along expected lines, just prior to market opening in the block deal window, we saw the entire block deal getting consummated. And in fact, just having a look at what we understand from our sources in terms of the likely sellers and the quantum of the entire sale, the promoter group entity sold almost 4.5% stake in the company, and this particular block deal was worth slightly over 650 crore rupees. And now, immediately post the block deal, what we understand is the demand was quite good, which is why we are actually seeing quite a bit of a bounce back as far as the share price is concerned. Two promoter entities, Ayush Agarwal Trust and Ravi Agarwal Trust, were the ones that have paired stake. Both of them held slightly over 14.3% stake in the company at the end of the September quarter, and we understand that there is now a 90-day lock-in on further sale of shares on both of these promoter entities.
Okay, all right. That's Ajanta Pharma in focus, up 3.5%. But that is not it when it comes to the pharma space. A lot of brokerages are talking about the sector, a lot of stocks. Ekta, tell us more.
Well, yes, a lot of companies are in focus because of the flu season in the US. So now Nomura has written quite an interesting report. They've indicated that data suggests there's strong demand for the drug Tamiflu, basically the generic version of Tamiflu, along with respiratory as well as antibacterial drugs. To put it into perspective, the US is probably facing one of the most severe flu seasons it has in many years, and it was completely unexpected. Now, the US antiviral market, according to Nomura, could see a potential Q-on-Q rise of around $200 to $250 million in sales in Q3. And relatively high-value drugs such as Tamiflu generic, albuterol, which is a respiratory drug, azithromycin, which is an antibiotic, all of these could benefit. Now, Lupin, according to them, is likely to benefit the most from higher demand. Separately, Kotak has also written on Apollo Hospitals, and that stock is buzzing in today's trading session. They have a buy with a target price of 5470. According to them, there are some key investor concerns, such as a delay in Apollo Health Company's fundraising. Elevated competitive intensity for 24/7 fundraising is important in Apollo Health Co. To ease out the cash drain, but the fundamentals, according to them, stay strong. So that stock is in focus on account of this note as well.
All right, Ekta, but that's not the only stock that you're tracking. Strides Pharma, what's driving that stock? That's been buzzing around as well.
Well, yes, there's a bit of a boost which has taken place with regards to Strides, and that is because they've got around 525 odd crores on account of deferred consideration on sale of the company's Australian operations in 2019. Now, the proceeds are going to be utilized to reduce debt in the company. To give you a background, in 2019, Strides had exited their investments in Australia for around 394 million Australian dollars. Now, the company had used it for debt reduction. They received 300 million at that point, and the additional 94 million has now come through. To put it, just to give you a background on the debt, the net debt as of the previous quarter stood at around 2,200 odd crores. The company has guided for debt reduction of around 1,000 odd crores in the year, and majority is expected to take place in the second half. So that's on Strides and a whole host of pharmaceutical companies.
That's our pharma dose for the day, right? So a lot of stocks in focus today. Ekta, thank you for that. With that, we'll slip into a short break. On the other side, Abhishek will be with us to tell us how 2022 has been for the banking sector. Stay tuned.